Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Ari, and today we have a little bit of a hair video. So it's going to be hair tutorial, but before we get started, again, if you're new here, you're not familiar with my channels, you can always follow me on social media at The Toasty Life for more daily stuff, outfits, day-to-day stuff. Recently, I cut my hair, and when I've told you guys before, I actually went a little bit shorter a couple weeks ago because I wanted to actually live the bob life. So I had cut it initially like over here, and then it grew out super fast. Like it started really growing fast, and when I started wearing it straight, it was already touching kind of like my collarbone. So I really wanted to be able to wear that super sleek short bob and it still not touch your shoulders. So I went a little bit shorter, and I know I'm drying it off in the shower. So one of the things that I get the most questions about, and my biggest fear was, am I gonna be able to style short hair? So short hair for a lot of people is like, oh my God, it's so easy to style, it's so quick and everything. And then for a lot of people, especially for us girls that have curly or wavy hair, having short hair can be a little bit scary because you can either look really good or in your back of your head, you always have that image of Shirley Temple. So that was my biggest fear. Last time I had super short hair was over 10 years ago, and I have no idea how my mom did not let me do this. I went by myself. I got that super A-line short Victoria Beckham, Nicole Richie had. The only way I knew how to style it and look good was flat ironing. And then know how to do beach waves, we're not in right now. And then having it so long in the front and then short in the back, it was not a good look for me. Honestly, I don't know how I did it. I think it's a look that it has to be 100% all the time styled. So now that I got my short hair back, I looked up a bunch of hairstyles before I even tried it. I've had some experience working with T3 Micro and playing around with their tools. So I kind of know a little bit more how to style my hair, especially short hair. I've tried out a few little things. So I want to share with you ladies my 5 basic hairstyles, which are a blow dry, straight, flat iron straight, curly, loose waves, which is my favorite, and the bubble wave. This is the one, I actually have not tried this. I'll do it with you guys. So it's basically gonna be those 5 basic hairstyles you guys can do for short hair. So it's super easy, don't feel overwhelmed, you got this, we got the short hair, we can do it. There is a 6th look, but that I do wanna recommend. I've been using the Virtue Labs Volumizing Mousse. It's one of their newest products. I am able to just put it in my hair and let it dry like that, and it looks amazing. It looks like a very natural beachy bob without it getting super frizzy. I highly recommend it. I'm not gonna show it to you right now because if I do that, I let it dry and I can't really do much about it. So I wanna stick to the tools. So tools I'm gonna use today are T3 Micro's Cura Luxe. So this is their top of the line hair dryer. They have 2 hair dryers, the regular Cura and the Cura Luxe. The Cura is amazing. It still has different heat settings and everything. And then this one is more of their pro style, which has the auto shut off sensor. So if you're not using it or if it's not pointing towards your hair, certain moves, it will shut it off so you're not like constantly blowing air at you. I'm gonna use, for waves and curls is their convertible collection. You can buy the convertible base and buy separate barrels, or you can buy them as a set or whatever. I'm using the 1 1/4 inch barrel. And of course, flat iron, I'm gonna use their single pass Luxe. This is their flat iron. They have a wider one, but this works for me perfectly, especially since I have really fine hair and I can grab smaller strands. Okay, so let's put some music and get this party started. Hola a todas, bienvenidas otra vez a mi canal. Desde que me corté el pelo, me lo acabo de cortar de hecho un poquito más corto porque quería que el look fuera cortito y se me viera padre y alaciado. Pero bueno, lo que muchas me preguntan es de que les da miedo cortarse el pelo porque les da miedo que no se puedan peinar, que se les esponje, que si el frizz, que si esto y el otro. La verdad, esas son cosas que yo también tenía, me daba miedito porque yo me corté el pelo hace, no sé, más de 10 años. La verdad, error, me lo corté. No sabía del tratamiento de queratina, no me sabía peinar tan bien. Entonces nunca me gustó, a menos de que me lo peinaran súper bien de salón, nunca me gustó mucho cómo se veía. Pero ahora que me lo corté, bueno, ya tengo mi práctica, ya saben que he estado trabajando con T3, entonces practico mucho con todas estas cosas padres que tienen y ya le agarré. Entonces, no me vamos a meter a trenzas super fancy ni nada así, pero les voy a compartir los 5 estilos y cómo peinar tu pelo básico. O sea, laciado con secadora, alaciado con plancha, ondas, chino y lo que le dicen el bubble wave, que nunca lo he intentado, pero lo vamos a intentar aquí con ustedes, que no sé si lo han visto, es cuando se ve así como onduladito. Lo vamos a intentar. Porque la verdad, tener el pelo corto no te limita. A mí, yo estoy feliz con mi pelo corto. La verdad, siento que me queda bastante bien. No sé, soy yo, a lo mejor. No me juzguen por decir que me queda bien. Y bueno, les quiero compartir. Lo que vamos a usar va a ser la secadora Curalux de T3. Esta es la versión como Pro que tiene el sensor que si no la estás usando, si la bajas, si la apuntas hacia abajo, se apaga. Una maravilla, la verdad. La tenaza convertible. Mira, esta puedes comprar la base y comprar, hay hasta 7 cabezas diferentes con la tenaza. Entonces, bueno, yo uso la de 1 1/4. La verdad, ese es el mejor tamaño para todo largo de pelo, a menos de que lo tenga un poquito más corto que el mío. A lo mejor ya para enrollar se complica un poco, pero la verdad todavía con este largo me queda perfecto esta cabeza. Y su plancha Single Pass Lux, que es una maravilla, la verdad. Ok, bueno, vamos a empezar. So now that it's dry, I do confess that blow drying has always been my weakness. My mom is a blow dry queen. She always blow dries her hair and it always looks super, super smooth. She also uses the Curalux. Personally, the Cura and the T3 dryers do help. They dry super quickly, and this is not, I'm not selling you on it, but it is true. They dry your hair super quickly, really smooth, and really I don't feel it damages it, because I used to have really intense dryers that, yes, it would dry your hair in like 5 seconds, but basically you're risking catching on fire because they did not care about your hair health. So I'm gonna attempt a very smooth blow dry. I've just parted my hair from the bottom. Using a smaller brush, I usually use this brush, and now I'm gonna attempt doing this one because I need to be able to get those shorter hairs. So. Number 1, blow dry. So for me, blow dry is basically straight with volume. It's not a perfect blow dry, but it is, you know, I like it. So it's a little bit more volume. Ignore that behind me. I'm shooting at the same time something for Instagram, which you can see on my Instagram. But next up, we're gonna do super smooth. So I'm gonna use our Single Pass Lux. I only use her tools at level 3 out of 5 mostly. That's the highest I go. Believe me, it's enough. Thick hair, harder to straight, I wouldn't go higher. So I would start with the lowest and then go up, especially if you have thin, finer hair that tends to get damaged easily. I would definitely stick to the lowest setting. Ta-da! We are done. I feel when I wear my super straight hair, it's like my alter ego. Like instead of being Ari, I'm like Adriana, which is like my full name anyway. But it's like my secret agent, alter ego, like spy, undercover, whatever. Yeah, so the Single Pass is named Single Pass because you are supposed to only need to go once. I really only need once, maybe a couple times. But if you smooth it out with your hairdryer, you only need 1 pass. It's amazing. You can always curl your ends if you prefer. I just wanted it super straight, but it's super easy to actually get a little curve. It's super smooth on the sides, so you can actually curve. We're gonna do the bubble wave with this one. I'm currently loving straight hair. Before I cut it, when I had it like down to here, I had weird layers that had not grown out in years. And I was really being very self-conscious about wearing my hair straight, and I didn't like it. Like I was very insecure that it was gonna look like damaged, even if it wasn't damaged, just look uneven. So now that it's like all one length and it looks heavy, I'm loving straight hair. So this is it. Next, we have bubble waves. This is my first attempt. I think I don't. So from what I've seen, you don't have to go too low. So I'm just gonna do like my top part section this off. This actually I learned at the T3 retreat we had in September, but the stylists there were doing it with the curling iron. And then my stylist told me that okay, I think my bubble wave technique needs a little practice, but I think it's a good way to get some texture, some movement in your hair without having it to be curly. And I think this will look amazing in long hair. Like just that very messy, beachy wave that you get when you're in the beach, instead of getting like super polished curls. What I do like about this hairstyle is that it is, what is this? It is super quick because you're not worrying about it being super perfect. It's more like that. I think it's that super cool surfer tie-dye kind of look, and yeah, so different in looks. It gives you a lot of volume, and I think this is one that you can definitely play with it and be like more, there you go, more messy. I like this. I like it like that. I feel like I went to the beach without actually going to the beach in the middle of winter. Okay, next is curls. I'm actually gonna use the smaller barrel. I'm gonna use the 1 inch, but I want it to be, this is more of a defined, polished curl. We're not gonna do the loose waves right now. So I wanna do this one. Again, I'm using it in a 3. So because I did the waves in the bottom, this is a trick that my stylist told me is like, don't even worry about the bottom part of your hair. So all this, we're not even gonna worry about. So we basically just curl this section. Because your hair in the top is so much longer than the one in the bottom, it's gonna cover it anyway. So, and it doesn't come to the front like it does with long hair. With long hair, your back hair shows in the front, so if it's not styled, you can definitely tell. So you don't have to worry about it. So it's quicker, it's easier. Yeah. If you want polished, super defined curls, you leave it a little bit longer on your hair, and then what I would do for super loose waves would just pull straight down, which I'm gonna do after this one. If not, if I want it more defined, I twist once and then I always pull down. I still pull down because if not, my hair really kicks up because it tends to curl naturally. So I'm gonna do it in the front so you guys can see it, and then we're gonna do this quickly. Okay, while I'm doing this, tip for girls with super straight hair, this also goes for girls with long hair. If you have trouble having your curls stick or stay or last, I would recommend not blow drying it before you do it. I like to blow dry it because if not, it looks way too curly. But if you have the opposite problem as me and your hair doesn't like to hold a curl, do not blow dry it. So always air dry it. That will make your hair not as smooth and hold the curl a lot better. Done! Okay, so this is more curly, still a little bit looser because I guess I did the bubble waves before that, but I used a smaller barrel to make it a little bit more volume. Okay, last but not least, it's my everyday basic loose waves. And I'm gonna switch this out, just allow it to cool down. So while it cools down, I'm gonna just use the blow dryer to kind of smooth out the lines a little bit. I would not do this if I started out straight going for loose waves. I would just do a quick blow dry and then style my hair. Okay, I would also, disclaimer, I would rarely do 5 styles in one day, but I thought this would be fun. I didn't show you before, the heat protectant I guess I use a 6-in-1 styler from Virtual Labs, whether I style my hair or not, whether I let it air dry or I actually style it, it's amazing. So that's the one I use. This is, we're gonna start with this. What you wanna do with loose waves is, like I said, grab the piece, curl it once, leave it on there, and instead of wrapping like I did, you just unwrap and pull down. So it's like a straighter wave. I'm gonna do it in the front. So this is what it looks like. This is like a little bit of a difference. So they're not as defined. Just do not brush them until you're done. Brush them right now, they're hot and they're gonna lose their shape. And since they're very loose waves, you want to keep as that little amount of shape that they have so that they still look like waves and not just, you know, weird hair. Okay, that is that. This is the last one. So just easy, super loose waves. This is probably my go-to. And yeah. Well, let me know what you think. I'll link everything below, every single tool, barrel, heat protectant, even if I didn't show it, it's linked below. Hope you like it. Let me know which one's your favorite, which one's your go-to, and don't be afraid to style your short hair. I mean, you can definitely get fun texture even with short hair. I mean, it is pretty short. But yeah, well, hope you like it. Again, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on social media, follow me at the Toasty Live on Instagram, and I hope to see you guys again here soon. Bye.